Okay, we begin with this mizmor, the 5 brokim of Tehillim that conclude Sefer Tehillim, as Reb Shimshon Pinkus brings down that now that we've opened up the shoirish, we've opened up the foundation, so we started to share, we started to song. So we've got now 5 brokim specifically that are built like a sulam, like a ladder, all the way down from the bottom, all the way up. That is what's going on now with the Hallelukas that we have straight after Ashrei. And it's an important idea, the way Reb Shimshon Pinkus brings it, is that at the bottom of the ladder, we have our life, our world, right? Olamenu. Before everything he says, before we start being Mashabech, the Rabbeinu Shalom, on his world, we start Mashabech, the Rabbeinu Shalom, on our world. And that is what's going on by the Hallelukas. The Torah in Siman Nun Aleph quotes Rav Amram that says that a person should chain Halleluka after Halleluka, which is exactly what we're doing. Each Halleluka is a chain, one after the other. The Aruch HaShulchan explains it in Siman Nun Aleph, Sikot Nun Aleph. He says that basically the words of the Torah b'Shem Rav Amram mean that one should recite the words Halleluka that appear at the end of one perek together with the Halleluka that begins the following chapter without any pause in between them. The Aruch HaShulchan, by the way, adds that the 10... No, there's no pause, no interruption, no actual hefsek. The Aruch HaShulchan adds that the 10 Hallelukas hint to tremendous concepts, and he says to anyone that understands. Says the Aruch HaShulchan, which means anyone that's well versed in Sifrei Kabbalah and understands some of the deepest secrets of the world, you will understand the 10 Hallelukas that we say during Pesukah de Zimra do actually correspond to some tremendous things. Rashi's opinion is that Pesukah de Zimra consists mainly of 2 chapters, Hallelu Hashem and Hashemayim, and Hallelu El Bekodshai, basically the 5th and the final Halleluka in that case. So let's start with the first one that we have, Halleluka Halleli Nafshi Es Hashem. Rav Victor Miller, in his parish on the Siddur, when he says Halleli Nafshi Es Hashem, the nefesh, as we know, is the koyach habechira. It's the koyach that we have the ability to choose. That's what the nefesh can do. And our kavanah is that we're not saying things just with our sfosayim, with our lips, but rather we're meaning it comes from the panemius, it comes from the inside of ourselves. So Halleluka Halleli Nafshi Es Hashem, my soul. I'm going to praise the Rabbeinu Shem during my lifetime, and I'm going to sing to Hashem as long as I exist. That means, as Rav Schwab says, I express my praise for just being alive. That's what I'm doing. For the very fact that I'm alive is enough of a reason to praise Hashem, which is incredible. Al tiftachu b'nedivin. Don't rely on nobles or on human beings because they hold nothing. That means don't put your trust on any human being, right? They can have the greatest noble intentions, but they haven't got the strength, the ability to do things. Those of you that have learned the Chovos HaLevavos that we just saw today in Shara B'Tachon, where he goes through the 7 levels of what a person should have in someone that he trusts. So that's what we're saying over here. Don't rely on people. They can have the greatest intentions, but they just don't have the ability necessarily to always hold the salvation. Only the Rabbeinu Shalom does. Teitzei rucha yoshuv la'ad mosai. When his spirit goes out, he returns to this earth. But yomahu ovdu eshtonos, on the day that his big plans are being lost. Ashrei she'el Yaakov be'ezroi. Happy is a person that his help is the Rabbeinu Shalom's God, which means how fortunate and happy is a person who recognizes with real recognition that his salvation, the Yeshua, is only through the Rabbeinu Shalom Elokei Yaakov. Shivroi al Hashem Elokav, whose hope in Hashem is Hashem. The maker of the heavens and the earth, the sea and everything that's in together with them, and who safeguards the emes forever. Who does mishpah for those that have been exploited. Noisen lechem and re'evim, gives bread to those that are hungry. Hashem matir asurim. Hashem pakeach ivrim, as Rav Schwab says. What does pakeach ivrim mean? It doesn't only mean in the physical sense of opening our eyes, but it actually means that he enlightens the blind with the malchus of Hashem. And it's an amazing thing. Says Rav Schwab, I don't understand. Rav Schwab said, I don't understand that you have people that are involved in physics or astronomy that are not the most amazing Yireh Shamayim and Tzaddikim. They see the Rabbeinu Shalom's world openly in front of their eyes, but yet they don't recognize it. Hashem Bakech Ivra means the Rabbeinu Shalom will open and enlighten our eyes to see the Malchus of the Rabbeinu Shalom. Hashem Zokev Kufufim. That doesn't necessarily only mean in a physical way that those that are bent over will become straight, like we say in Birchas HaShachan, like we explained over there, but it also means people that are bent down in despair, broken and depressed. Hashem Ohev Tzadikim. The Rebbeinu Shalom loves the Tzadikim, and we have to understand that in this world we don't always see. The world doesn't recognize Tzadikim. Tzadikim don't necessarily have the easiest life, have the most pleasant life, but we have to realize that even though the tzaddik does feel it, the world doesn't. Then the new world will come, that everyone will see that the Rebbeinu Shalom loves the tzaddikim. Hashem shomes geim Yosef v'amona Ye'odei v'derech Hashem Yaves Yimloich Hashem la'olam alakai ktzion l'dovedo Halleluka. That we said the Rebbeinu Shalom, you will reign forever with everything we said in this paragraph. Mitzvah Hashem tomorrow we'll continue with the next Halleluka.